Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss feeling stuck in your paintings and how we can take that fear away. I believe it's based in fear. My name is Ali Hart. I'm a professional artist. I sell my work globally and I absolutely love to teach you how to paint loose. So subscribe for more. But fear can be one of those things that absolutely cripples us, which means that we don't paint. And I don't want you not to paint. So you'll see in my channel that I have different things for you to paint. So let's break that down and how it can inspire you and stop you from feeling so stuck. And we'll discuss why you get stuck. The big one is perfectionism. And if you scroll back, you will see we have unraveled that before. But perfectionism is just fear. We don't want to get it wrong. We don't know where to start. And we also overcomplicate it. So what I would do is to start with gesture drawing. You know that I love to teach you how to paint loose. I love to teach you how to paint with one brush. I love to teach you how to paint fast. And I love to teach you how to get gesture drawing into your life. So if you're feeling stuck today, start with a gesture drawing. If you're brand new to this, what a gesture drawing is it's taking a piece of charcoal, a pen or a pencil, and all you're doing is setting a timer. If that is too much pressure again, don't set the timer, but just let there be nice loose flow. You decide on a subject matter, whether that is your flowers, landscape, or a person, and you're just making an outline of it, and it's translating through your eyes using your brain and a very simple format to get a gesture of what is in front of you. And whenever we start with that, what it does is it allows us just to settle the brain a little bit. And it means that even if you don't add paint to it today, then that is absolutely fine. Another way to stay inspired and not feeling stuck is to also paint fast and to paint loose. And whenever I teach you to paint fast, we often work with wet on wet, and that will take the perfectionism and the overthinking and the feeling stuck in it away, because you will have to work with the paint when it's wet. So if you're layering a blue in a sky over the top of another blue in a sky, the running or the drips can be really scary. But I want you to lean into those, because actually that will allow you to learn how to control paint. It means you also have less control to begin with, which then allows your creativity to bloom. Why would you want to avoid that? Why would you want to not let your creativity bloom? Because whenever our creativity blooms, we act intuitively, which is just so beautiful. And that's what brings the spark and the fun and the life. And then in terms of feeling stuck and feeling overwhelmed and not knowing what to paint, I would encourage you to use the figurative ones that we have on here. The most recent seascape after this demo or before this demo, it has a tiny little figure in it. So I break down how to do little figures on this tiny scale. We use a little circle and then you put a carrot underneath. It's as simple as that. But then if you want to use other demos like the dancer, which I would highly encourage you to do, it will inspire you, because you can lead with mood. You don't have to lead with this feeling of I'm not good enough. You can lead with I want this figure to be very central, which is what we do with that dancer video. And then we look at negative space in and around it. So we break it up and we break it into very, very simple steps so that you get the most out of your figurative work. Another thing you can do is when you focus on the figurative work, maybe you can lift the chin a little or take the arm out a little more, so that you're leading with this grace and you're allowing yourself grace as you learn figurative work. Let the figure in your piece tell the story. And then lastly, and maybe I should have led with this, is whenever you use still life or you use the garden studies that we have on here, they don't move. Okay, so don't feel stuck and not know what to paint. There's a wealth of them on my channel all over the internet, but mostly still life. If you decide today to grab a cup of tea and to set it in front of you and to draw it, or to draw the flowers outside your window, they do not move. And you will be able to use bold shapes, simple shapes. You can capture it with a gesture drawing. But whenever you do that, then you're just committing. And then whenever you have this stillness and this calm, you can also just focus on your color mixing, which in itself is therapy. And it also takes away fear, because it really is just like it's the most scientific part of what we do is we color mix. So you lead from one color to the next, you make it lighter, you make it brighter, you mix it together. And it means that you can take out the overwhelm, the fear, the perfectionism, and feeling stuck in it, because you're just getting from start to finish. And you can allow, when you're painting a garden or you're painting flowers, let the lightness of that bloom be a part of you and just take away that expectation that we allow ourselves to have. To wrap To land this plane, I'm going to say you do not need to feel stuck. Feeling stuck and feeling overwhelmed is holding you back from living your best life. It is holding back your creativity, and you're also not trusting yourself. So I want to teach you how to trust yourself. That is why we have figurative work, we have seascapes and landscapes, we have movement of waves. I lead you with the gesture drawing. You can have the real playground fun with what I put out there, and I love leading you. Please do share this with someone who you know today is feeling stuck, and share any of the videos that I have, because I've created them with joy, and I want you to that joy to land with you, so that you feel the joy and the healing and the beauty that creativity brings. You don't need to control everything. Please subscribe for more, and thank you so much for listening.